ready for 9.4. Let's go through 9.4 in classifying triangles and finding angle measurements. So here we have a triangle. There are several different types of triangles. We name triangles by their sides and by their angles. So when we talk about sides of a triangle, we can talk about a scalene triangle, an isosceles triangle, and an equilateral triangle. I'm sure you remember those from elementary school, but if you do not, scalene triangle is a triangle that has no sides and no angles equal. A isosceles triangle is a triangle that has at least two sides equal and two angles equal. And an equilateral triangle has the word equal, so obviously it's equal sides and equal angles. We also can classify a triangle by its angles. We can call it an obtuse triangle, a right triangle, or an acute triangle. So as we go through this, I'll identify the types of triangles they are. This simply says find the value of x. Well, if you remember from elementary school, maybe not, the sum of all angles of every triangle, no matter what kind of triangle we're talking about, is always equal to 180 degrees. So if I know the measurement of two angles of the triangle, I can easily find the third measurement. So it would be 100 plus 33 plus x equals 180. And then I would go through the process of just solving for x. In this case, x is 47 degrees. So I want to go back for a second. I want to write 47 degrees right here. And I want to identify this triangle for you. I want to tell you that none of the angles are equal. That makes it a scalene triangle. I just named it by its sides. And one of the angles, and that's all you can have, is one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees. And the angle that's greater than 90 is called obtuse. So this triangle right here is called a scalene obtuse triangle. Classified by its side, classified by its angles. Scalene obtuse triangle. Let's do it again. Again, I have two measurements right here, and I'm looking for my third measurement right here. So I would do 82 plus 41 plus the unknown is equal to 180 degrees. I can't identify this triangle until I have that third measurement. So 57 degrees. See if you can identify the triangle. What kind is it? None of the angles are equal. That means none of the sides are equal. And if that's the case, it's a scalene. Now look at the angles. Are any of them greater than 90 or equal to 90? No. All of them are less than 90. And when all three are less than 90 degrees, we call it a scalene acute triangle. The measurements of the angles of a certain triangle are in the ratio of 2 to 3 to 5. What are the measures of the angles? So what it's saying to you is that one of the angle is 2 times the size, another angle is 3 times, and another angle is 5 times the size. Altogether, it's equal to 180 degrees. So the way you would write this is 2x plus 3x plus 5x equals 180 degrees. Remember what I always say to you. You can do algebra without geometry, but you can't do geometry without algebra. So you have like terms that you're going to put together here to get 10x equals 180 degrees. And then you're going to solve for x. You're dividing both sides by 10. Easy enough to do in your head. And you're going to get x is equal to 18. Now, that's what x is. That's not the measures of the angles, because now you have to plug 18 in for each one of these. First one, you're going to do 2 times 18. The next one, I didn't mean to do that. The next one, you are going to do 2 times 18, and then 3 times 18, and then 5 times 18. And you will have the measurement of each one of the angles of that triangle. So I'm going to show you that process. That's what we wrote. That's what we got. And here's the process of showing you. So the one angle is 36 degrees, another one is 54, and another one is 90 degrees. Now, what I want to show you here is that you don't even need a picture of the triangle to identify what kind of triangle this is. I look at my angles. First, I notice that none of the angles are the same. If none are the same, it's a scalene triangle, because if no angles are the same, that means no sides are the same. Then I look at my angles and decide, is it acute, obtuse, or right? Well, I have an acute, and a right. And if I have one 90-degree angle, then I know it's called a right triangle. So this is a scalene right triangle. You could check it by adding them together and make sure you get 180. That way you know you didn't make any simple math errors. So you're going to do the same thing with this problem. You're going to go 3x plus 5x plus 7x equals 180 degrees. Once you solve for x, you're going to substitute it in. So one more time, I'm going to show you here. You'll go 3x plus 5x plus 7x equals 180 degrees. Just take the time to do that and then plug it in and have your angles. So let's identify this triangle. Are any of the angles the same? Nope. Therefore, you call it a scale. It seems like they're all scalenes. You know how this always goes. And now look at the angles. Are any of them obtuse? No. Are any of them right? No. Are they all acute? Yes. If all three are acute, then it is a scalene acute triangle. Ooh, what kind of triangle is that? It's saying classify it by its angles and by its sides. Well, all angles are less than 90. That makes it acute. All are equal sides, equal angles makes equilateral. So it's an equilateral acute triangle. It has another name, equiangular. That's when all angles are equal. It's called equiangular. But your book doesn't use that. Looking at this triangle, none of the angles are the same. What does this little box mean? What degrees? Yep, 90 degrees. So you've got 90, 40, 50. Well, name it by its sides. None of the angles are equal, so none of the sides are equal. Even if you think they look the same, they're not. It's a scalene, and you look and you have one 90-degree angle, that makes it a right triangle. Can you have more than one 90-degree angle in a triangle? Think about it. Try to draw a picture of it. No, I can't, because you know what? I'd start to be making a square or a rectangle. So no, you can only have 190. So this would be a scalene right triangle. So here's your right, scalene. This one, none of them are the same, makes it scalene, obtuse. And I'm pretty sure we already did this one, was an equilateral acute, or you can say equilateral equiangular. There you go. That is the end of 9.4. Easy.